Several voting rights organizations are suing Indiana Secretary of State Diego Morales' office over what they call an unconstitutional law.
And this year, the General Assembly passed a bill prohibiting college students from using a student ID to vote. As Fox 59 State House reporter Hannah Adamson explains, one of the groups at the heart of the lawsuit calls the new law a solution in search of a problem.
It's really unfairly targeting young people in particular.
Angela Carr-Klitsch is the CEO of Women for Change, a group who is suing Indiana Secretary of State Diego Morales over a new law they say goes against the 26th Amendment.
The reality is that this is a bill that purposely targets a youth population.
The newly enacted law prohibits Indiana college students from using their student ID to vote, something college kids had been able to do in Indiana for the past 20 years.
Over 2/3 of Bloomington college students used their college ID to vote in the most recent election.
Other voting rights groups who are not part of the lawsuit say there's no evidence of student voter fraud while the old law was in place, and that only about half of 18 and 19-year-olds nationwide have driver's licenses they can use as an alternative to vote.
No students have attempted to use their ID to vote who weren't entitled to vote in Indiana.
We can't have a democracy if we don't have all eligible voters registered.
This is very, very, very frustrating.
Marion County Clerk Kate Sweeney Bell is not part of the lawsuit, but says the new law comes as Indiana's voter turnout is the second lowest in the nation, only beating out West Virginia.
There will be, I expect, fewer voters because of this bill. It is very frustrating to me because I'm trying to fight to make sure that people understand how important their vote is.
In a statement, the lead author of the newly enacted bill says in part, quote, "The intention is not to restrict people from voting. Rather, it is to ensure only those who live in Indiana can vote in Indiana elections." A statement from the Indiana Secretary of State's office reads in part, quote, "Senate Enrolled Act 10 ensures that every ID used at the polls is secure and reinforces my promise that only eligible Hoosiers are voting in our state." Reporting from the State House, I'm Hannah Adamson.